Hi guys, Jay Smith here, down at Bury Golf Range in Suffolk. Callaway Rogue ST Max LS driver for 2022. Yeah, there is such a thing as using too many words to describe the driver. Anyway, so first of all, I just want to say something about boxing glove heavy covers. I've said this before, I don't really like them, but I do like this one because just how it looks. The black and the gold and the white just looks good. Yeah, anyway, so put that down there. Right, so we had the Epic, we've had the Rogue, the black and aqua, whatever it was. Then we had some Mavericks in there, we had some Epics again, and now rather than the Maverick, we've now got Rogue back, which is great because personally I couldn't stand the Maverick. I didn't like the orange at all, I just think it looked terrible. By the way, poorly finger, yeah, plaster. Just so it all attracts, yeah. So, in this thing I think they've packed every single piece of tech that Callaway have ever made into the head of all the Epics, all the Rogues, all the Mavericks, and all the Epics again into this thing. So yes, we have got a very, very distinctive carbon crown on top. Why I say distinctive? Because it's matte. It's not the classic shiny that most drivers are. It's gone straight away matte. So you can see the carbon weave on there and it's unmistakably, yep, carbon. And you've got this nice little gold lipstick, right? So this is like detail, it's just aesthetics, which looks quite nice, especially when you look down by the golf ball, you can kind of see that, and it's, yeah. When it comes to the sole, yes, we have got a stabilising gold back weight. Do you like the gold? The gold looks lovely, that anodised aluminium, or whatever the material is, but it's a stabilising back weight down the back of there. You've got the Callaway with carbon there, you've got the Max LS, obviously they'll do three, I think they've got the Max LS, the Max, and then the lefty one, but it's all in carbon. Everything on this thing is effectively carbon, and it's because obviously they're trying to save weight and all that lot. In the face you've got the SS22, this flash face. You can see it on there. Actually looks quite nice when it comes to the look of the new face, but all the tech is going to be inside. You're not going to see it, but inside there, AI faces, speed frames, jailbreaks, all that lot to try and maximise ball speed. Now, generally speaking, do you know what? They've maximised ball speed for a while, but what they're trying to do is trying to make off-centre hits a little bit more forgiving, because generally speaking, these drivers, as what most drivers, they're for handicap golfers, and generally speaking, handicap golfers don't hit the middle every time. So I have hit this a few times already. And generally speaking, Callaway drivers want to go left for me, and this is no different. So the Epics did, the Rogues did, the Mavericks did, and the Epics did, and this Rogue still wants to go left. So I'm going to hit sort of a few shots where I'm going to have to think, oh, fade, fade, fade. And if does it fade, I don't know, but if it will, it great. If it won't, yeah. So, but down by the golf ball, this thing does look nice. Oh, by the way, I have got this in the CK Tensai 60 gram TX Flex for the people who care. Down by the golf ball, this looks lovely. I'm getting a fan of this little bit of a matte look. Off the face, that feels, oh. I do like carbon drivers, and it was a bit of a shock when you went like from, first of all, I mean, okay, you had the FT3 many moons ago, but when Epic first came out, the original one, all the carbon this, and everyone went all like that, it was a bit of a shock. Oh, that sounds dead was quite a lot of the terminology used, but nowadays we're getting used to it, and do you know what? It's nice. I like it. It didn't go left. I'm amazed. Let's try and hit another one where we do exactly the same thing to make sure it doesn't go left. And then what I'll do is I'll hit another one after this where I just hit it normal, and I can, without feeling, go right, go right, go right. But again, that feeling off her face is just such a lovely sound. In that case, feeling sound, debatable, I know. People have different ideas about what they perceive as feel, but effectively it is, in my own view, sound. Now, I'm going to hit one now where I just let it do, if I can get the tee in the ground, I'll just let it do what it wants to do. And effectively just goes one way. So yeah, let's go hit it normally. So I'm not going to now add a little bit of open, land a little bit of open. I'm just going to swing it normally, and yeah, we'll see. Yep, as you can see, that's going left. Now, yep, I've got FSX mobile capturing, so you can see what these things are doing. But for me, that was going left, and I'm not feeling. That for me is a normal straight drive. Now, again, if you look at talking about the handicap golfers, most handicap golfers do have an issue when it comes to going to the right. Yes, we know that's not going to be encompassing everybody. Ball, get on tee. But it encompasses a lot. So even though that's not officially been said, Callaway haven't officially said that all their drivers are built to go a bit more left than most. I can understand why, if that was the case, it would work quite well when it comes to the general golfing public. So, back to normal. This feels really very, very nice off the face. Just really does. It's got to be one of my favourite drivers to hit. The feeling. Callaway have always made exceptionally good feeling golf clubs. And effectively, when it comes to the selling side of things, and Callaway are exceptionally good at the selling kind of thing, it's marketing and stuff like that. But it's also when you're testing it, bear in mind, guys, make sure, get custom fit, always should do, that how it looks and sounds, feels, is very, very important in people's buying decisions. So I can get why it's so important for Callaway to make it sound a certain way. Right, let's bomb one. Before we're going to go in my little room and hit loads and loads of shots to test the forgiveness of this thing, because there's no point in just hitting shots out the middle, because this is a low spinning head. This will go a long way. Now, when I do my testing as such in there, I'm not just going to go full out 100 and whatever miles an hour, 110, 112, 113, whatever it is. I'm going to start dialing it down a little bit so it can be a little bit more relatable to you guys. Yeah. Right, let's go give it a rip. Let's go absolutely hit it and see how how it feels when you step on it a bit. Yeah, just gets a bit louder, if anything. The harder you hit it, you still get the same sound, just gets a bit louder. But yeah, right, so that feels nice. Now, out the middle, yes, does exactly what it should do. However, let's go test it a bunch of times using premium balls, not range balls, and see just how this thing performs when you don't quite catch it. So guys, now in the custom fitting studio, I've hit all of those shots. We're going to go have a look at the data, and there is correlation with what we saw outside. So generally speaking, Callaways for me do want to go slightly left, and we are not talking about the ones which are draw biased, we are talking about the normal ones. Now, if you could say possibly that most golfers, as a general rule, suffer from a little bit of a fade or heavy fade, shall we call it. So having golf clubs which are draw biased would help quite a few people. And when you look at the amount of people which need help from the right hand side of the golf course for a right-hander, although I haven't had any official wording to say that their golf clubs are draw biased as standard, when I've hit Callaways since going back in the day of even the first Epics, when that first came out with the carbon crown, they wanted to go a little bit left. Anyway, so let's have a look at the ball data first. I have hit a number of shots where I'm trying to keep the swing speed. I mean, I can dial it up as well if I need to, and if we want to go do a full review of absolutely all out, go for it to see how far it goes, we can do that. But I mean, these things will go mental distance when you put some swing speed on it. So I'll try to keep the swing speed down to a reasonable level, about 108 or so. So let's go have a look at the ball data first, and let's go see how well it did. So on average, 155 miles an hour. Remember, for the guys that have been watching my stuff in the past, you may look at that and go, oh, ball speed's a bit low. I am swinging slower. So you guys who don't swing the speed that I can swing and most pros swing and most YouTubers swing, can kind of relate to it a bit better. Anyway, 155 miles an hour on the old ball speed. Launching at 14, spinning at 16, 13. Remember, this is the low spinning model. They obviously going to bring out the normal, higher spinning, more forgiving kind of model. And you know what? That is going to sell the most. It will be forgiving. This one's a very interesting golf club. It is the golf club that I would go to. As a general rule, I would be going to the lower spinning head. Hence why I wanted to test it. Descending at 32.5 degrees, peaking up at 30 yards and going offline by 5.4. Now, 5.4 on average isn't bad. Now, as you can see there, I have hit some shots. I am also trying to miss-hit it as well. I'm trying to deliver as best I can do, as normal as possible, but just miss-hit it. So we can actually see what happens, how forgiving it is, what gear effect happens with roll and bulge of the face and all that lot, and see how it works. So it's deviating slightly left, and you can see by the numbers on there, some of them more left than others. Yeah, so 275 carry, bear in mind this is me swinging slower, is extremely healthy, 307 total, with me swinging slower. That's good. Club head data, again, on average, 107.9, exactly what I wanted to do. I'm trying to dial it down a little bit. 144 efficiency, 6.7 up. I do still try and get up with the golf ball. 0.1 in from the inside and 0.1 open, so effectively 0-0. We're talking slightly open face by 0.1. 4.1 toe up and 8 mil toe, 1 mil high on average. So you could argue that it is deviating left because I am slightly towing it. Yes, my face is open by 0.1 of a degree with a path 0.1 of a degree from the inside, but it's such a small amount. 8 mil toe, 1 mil high. You're going to get a marginal amount of draw from an 8 mil. We're not talking 20 mil, we're talking 8. Anyway, let's go have a look at some of the miss-hits because I've hit a load, an absolute load, to try and make sure we can categorically state how good or interesting this golf club is. We'll go to the first one. So you will not see us on screen. Unfortunately, I've hit so many. Yeah, it's up on the old data set. But this one is 4 mil toe, 3 mil hill. Not bad, really. Should baby cut, really, from 4 mil hill. Yeah, 2.8 from the inside and 0.6 open. So every single thing on that delivery says my pass is basically 3 degrees from the inside. The face is open by 0.6. So to target, that's 3.4 open to target. That should be going right. And I've low heeled it slightly. No, you can see on that one, 2.3 to the right, it started and it drew. It drawed, whatever the word would be. It moved to the left. We had tilt axis, 2.2 degrees of tilt axis to the left. With a face open, low, slightly low heel strike, and path from the inside. Yeah, 7.4 yards offline to the right. That's it. It finished at 303. Yep. Next one. 1.9 from the inside, 0.2 open. Very much so like the one before. 2.1 degrees or so open to target. 5 mil high, 0 mil toe, so basically 0. Fractionally high on the face, 5 mil, but yeah. That finished 13 yards left. How did that go left? Next one. So this one, 12 mil low, 3 mil toe. 0.9 across, so 0.9 from the outside, and 2.1 open. Yeah, this is properly now, please fade, as in how much do I have to get this going right? Everything there says it should be missing right, yet it missed by not even 21 yards. It's borderline on the edge of fairway to rough, but it's on that kind of, depends on what kind of golf course you play with, yes, but it's such a small amount. I couldn't believe what I have to do to try and make it go to the right. Just leave your face massively open. Next one, 1.2 from the outside, again, 0.7 closed. So this is the interesting part of the golf club because the strike was 2 mil high, 26 mil toe. 26 mil toe. There's not much golf club after that Yep. But because this golf club has got some exceptionally good, and it's throughout the range, it's not just with the low spin, it's for the whole lot. It's got a very, very good roll and bulge gear effect face. That ball has started 3.4 degrees out to the right, and yes, it's got tilt axis. It always will do. And it's actually finished 1.5 yards offline at 306 from a 26mm toe. I mean, that's not just forgiving, that's long. I mean, that's 279, which is 4 yards longer than average from a 26mm toe. Anyone who says that low spin heads aren't forgiving, well, years ago, maybe so. Yeah, definitely I'd agree. When you're going back in the days of the double black diamond and stuff like that, or shall we say the TaylorMade SLDR, yep, that was horrific. When we're talking about a forgiveness, oh my word, you had to be the tiniest amount out and it would make you look stupid. Nowadays, they are very, very good. I mean, you've got that weight at the back of this Rogue. It is exceptional. Is it low spinning? Yes, definitely. And I'm just amazed. Yes, it does go left. It wants to draw, but that's going to help a lot of people. Just how forgiving it is. Anyway, so the next one, last one. This is a lovely one. 5mm high, 19 heel. This was a bit of fun that I tried. Let's see how bad we can, yeah. So 19 heel, 5 high. 1.4 from the inside path and 0.8 open. So you've got a path from the inside. The golf club is swinging out to the right. The face is open by nearly a degree. So to target, that's 2.2 open to target. I've slightly high, 5mm, but 19 heel. I have heeled it. Yeah? It's finished 4.2 yards left. I mean, I've lost distance, of course I have. It's gone 260 and 285 total. But I'm not surprised from a 19 heel strike. This golf club is just crazy good. If you look at the compare screens, you can see, does it want to deviate left? Yes, it does. You see that movement, it wants to move to the left. And you can see by the dispersion pattern, is actually pretty good. The fact that it's moving probably a bit too much left for me, but I mean, I'd need to spend a bit more time trying to dial the old girl in, or just change your aim point. Just aim to the right. But I am very, very, very surprised about the Rogue ST. It sounds great to hear. It really does sound a lovely drive. I mean, I've got over the shock of the Callaway Epic when it first came out of, cool, that feels dead. Because really it was one of the first starts of the carbon era, or the modern day carbon era, and it was quite a distinctive sound. But we're all over that now. We're used to golf clubs, or drivers at least, sounding like that. It's only the likes of, shall we say, Ping or something, which has distinctly still got that very, very loud approach. I mean, there are some manufacturers as well but on the whole, you're looking at the main big boy manufacturers, they're all going carbon crowns, etc., because there are obviously like CG benefits for that. But would I use it? Oh, I'm not 100%. So if I was to play a bit more with it and test a bit more, and just change my aim point, so I'm aiming right now and wait for the thing to draw, I mean, I could very much so. And I could get this thing going out there if I start swinging full speed. Guys, obviously, there's no point in necessarily swinging faster and faster and faster because it becomes less relevant to you. But yeah, I mean, I could honestly say that if you produce a little bit too much spin, but it's got to be not too much spin because you're slicing it or something like that. It's got to be a normal, you're not quite hitting up enough or something like that. Going to a low spin head, yes, this has got obviously adjustments in loft, so you can loft it up as well, and it is a low spinning head, and it's so forgiving for a low spin head. I am amazed. But and it will help the guys that want to go a little bit less to the wrong side of the golf course. So anyway, hope you liked that. If you did, click the old like button below, one of those, thank you very much. Next to it, little red button, subscribe, thank you. And while you're there, right next to it is a little bell icon. If you click that one, that'll let you know next time I upload another video. So I hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon.